Um, well, I think what America believes is the story of Thanksgiving is pilgrims and Indians coming together for a happy feast after their harvest, and that there was this big friendly gathering. And it's not really the case at all.
And it is true that there was a successful harvest that led to the first Thanksgiving where people really did come together. Unfortunately, this friendship was short-lived.
The English and the Wampanoag tried to live side by side in harmony, but it really went downhill quickly.
So there were several wars after that time with Indigenous groups.
Thanksgiving, it not only marginalizes the Wampanoag, but it breeds a lot of misinformation. And it's as if the world started at the year 1620. In fact, it's etched in stone on the waterfront of Plymouth, Massachusetts, where they have the Plymouth Rock. And people don't generally want to learn about what happened before that.
And so it gives this sort of like idea that prior to this time, there was not European contact.
So-called pilgrims weren't the first group. The English had brought fishermen, and they had already been working and talking with the Wampanoag people. And in fact, some of those early diseases that were brought over by the English wiped out entire villages of Wampanoag people.
Many of these ships that came, their captains and crews didn't have the best of intentions. They were people that were kidnapped and taken and sold into slavery in Europe. There were people who were kidnapped and taken to be displayed as curiosities in England.
This is a moment for Indigenous peoples from across the Americas to converge on Plymouth and go throughout the town in a ceremonial way, kind of contextualizing this town and this experience and breaking down the mythology that has been perpetuated through this thing that we call Thanksgiving.
I would not be the person to cancel Thanksgiving. It's a holiday that people come together as families. I mean, that's not something that you don't want to see happen. Bringing attention to the inaccuracies of the origins of the holiday is important, and it's a platform for us in that regard.
If it can be about friendship, if it can be about finding commonality and finding peace, then I think that's a beautiful thing that should be celebrated.
Indigenous peoples have a tradition of being in community, of feasting, of expressing gratitude. And so I think the ideals of what it is to have Thanksgiving, those should continue. But the mythology that has been put in place that romanticizes the colonial experiment and the colonial experience, those are things that we should put away with.
The Wampanoag story and the Indigenous story for all of America really gets marginalized because it's not a pretty story. Having history retold really by the colonizer, they're going to leave out the parts that aren't fun.
So yes, we should have feasts. Yes, we should be in community. Yes, we should express gratitude, but not in a way that perpetuates mythology.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.